Hello, I hope everyone is doing well and that you had a nice holiday and got together with your family and have enjoyed the snow, maybe just a little bit, not too much of that, just enough to go sledding. And it's kind of sad because kids these days have laptops and they don't get off school for snow days sometimes because they make them do the homework inside. And it's craziness. Well, for me, I mean, that was a good staple of my childhood was being able to go on hills and go down in the winter and drink tea and read Harry Potter. I remember that when I was in seventh grade. It was just heaven. We had a great time in the 90s and the early 2000s, but now we're kind of getting a little demonic. I'm going to talk a little bit about the country. These people who are planning the end, the new gods, people like Zuckerberg and Grimes and Elon Musk, don't really know what they're doing. They are they watch. They don't really participate as much. They can hire this person to do this job and that person to do that job, but they can't do the jobs that they order. So they don't really understand how this is going to work. We're supposed to go into this coming utopia, which is ridiculous because utopias never exist. I mean, there's always a conflict of interest. Somebody's always trying to get somebody else's shirt. Yeah, and it's kind of bad. And I've read several articles about it. I was going to stay off the internet for a day, but it called because I got a cue from something in my head. I was like, I gotta do it. Many have complained that our soldiers aren't disciplined enough, and in that I would mean, and I kind of understand that because they're kind of spoiled, and also because they don't always follow orders. Like with the COVID, pretty much if you're in the army and they want to shoot you up with something, they have the right to. You are government property. But even those people refusing to obey um, and just leaving the army and leaving the military in general, I mean, it's like, you can't, okay, well, whatever. Apparently, you can refuse to train, which I don't know why they didn't do that in mass. I didn't know that. I had Mike come over that one time, one of the spooks, and try to rile me up. And I'm like, well, I don't think you really see my role in this at first, and how confused I was, and how I don't trust myself all the way with decisions such as that. I have a weak mind, and I've had a lot of stuff happen to my brain. So it's kind of like a combination of everything. I mean, including lead. Like my great grandpa had this little ball game that you would put. It had a little arena, and it had different numbers on it. And you tried to get the kind of like skee ball. And I would chew on that, and it had lead painting. But I also had other things happen to me during birth, and I'm not going to get into all of them. But yeah, I've taken a lot of abuse from people because, of course, I don't deserve anything. And in this coming utopia, I have enemies too, like Marilyn Manson, who's already said, "You don't want to know what I'm going to do to you." I guess I've got a date with Marilyn Manson. If you know about me, I hate death itself. Or not death itself, I hate the process of dying, but really, when you go, you don't remember yourself at all. There's nothing there. I mean, when Breaking Benjamin went over me, I saw a blank screen, and when the guy was trying to snap my neck, I just said, because no, that's what they're doing with the weapons now. They're targeting innocent people, and I don't know. Even not innocent people, even guilty people. And I don't want to be the one in the firing squad, to shoot them if that's what they kind of implied that. I want to be the one that shows them that democracy is real or a representative republic, and that it's not just a joke for the upper class to cause chaos. Because they're going to be able to take our stuff and everything else. It's like, I got a junk. I got junk. You see all those books everywhere? I like to read. I've had a hard time lately. My head's been hit several times. I can still read. It just takes a really long time, and sometimes I'm too busy thinking, which I do. I come in with these thought things, and I think they're cool. I write them down. I mess with them sometimes, but I am going to start reading more. Again, I read last night. I read the night before. We're good. Kind of have this plan. But anyway, with the states and stuff, no. A lot of people are going to just get out of the military and say, I'm not going to do this, like Zombie Boy did with me. I mean, they can't really get all those people. Like they said, they tortured that one guy and sent him to me with these people smiling and looking at me. He had his green socks on. He was like, oh, screwed up. Yeah, pretty much that's nice. I don't really feel like I am that great of a person to deserve that. But I will say thank you very much, Zombie Boy, if you're whatever you believe. Hopefully you have wings in heaven, and please don't do that again. It makes me feel terrible. They should feel terrible too. People like Zuckerberg, who just did the whole like girls are boys and boys are girls and stuff, and breaking down society so he can have this grand Rome again, the holy empire. And it's just going to cause us to break apart, and the military will take over eventually. It's going to be kind of like District 13 with the rest of us. We're like, whatever. I'm not in the army anymore. When Mike came and tried to get me to do sit-ups and stuff and push-ups, I wouldn't do it because I'm not in the army. I'm not going to take orders like I was in the army because I'm not. I don't have that power anymore, and I can't do it because you can't fake being a soldier and be legal, or a government official. Um, yes, I have been called a spy several times, and I'm just like, whatever. Sometimes I mock that. I won't ever talk about the other times too. So I'm very lucky they didn't make me zombie boy, but I was ready for it. I was ready. Not even a soldier anymore. Just so bad. But anyway, yeah. So they wouldn't get the jab. They won't listen to you. It'll be just a mess of death, and then the military will eventually bring control into everything, and bring a all yeah control everything. It will be a military dictatorship and probably broken up, kind of like the Hunger Games. Not exactly, because that had a little the meaning of it kind of shifted that around. So anyway, if you enjoyed my video, give me a thumbs up. If you think I'm a raving psychotic person, like Other Lives in Decibel 3, like in Virginia, then yeah, don't judge those people, man. We can't help it when that happens. And yes, I'm a schizophrenic, and I'm still reporting on conspiracy theories. Oh, and does everyone like my lipstick? I got new lipstick. But still look at my bad glasses. Does it look bad? Glasses. Ooh. And yeah, I have a lot of dry scalp. I'm sorry. I was washing my hair too much in the winter, and I got dry scalp, so I like to wash my hair.